Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Naomi, and today I have a very, very fun practice for you. So this particular movement class is a little bit cardio and a little bit yoga. This is really perfect for when you want to get your body moving and energized, and you also want to do some really good hip mobility while you're at it. So the other thing to know about this class is that it's a countdown class. Now, if you're not quite sure what that means, that's okay. It'll make a lot more sense once we're in it. But if you want to get your heart rate up, get energized, move your hips, and just feel super awake and alive, let's get right into it. Let's get moving, and I will see you on the other side. Here's what we're going to do. I'm gonna move my blanket a little bit forward and get this one completely out of the way. So we're gonna move through a flow that has 5 different pose pairs. Okay, the pose pairs are Tadasana to Utkatasana, right? So mountain pose to chair, if you want to think of it that way. Then you're gonna step back into a low lunge and go from an upright baby Hanuman to low lunge. You're gonna go from there into a high lunge and then Parsvottanasana. You're gonna go from there into a stargazer into warrior 2. And then the last one is triangle and then back into the low lunge. Those are 5 pose pairs. What you're focusing on in those pose pairs is the mobility from one to the other, right? So we're going to repeat them 5 times before going on to the next one. And then you're going to do the other side 5 times. Then it's going to be 4, 3, 2, 1. It's going to move quickly because the idea is mobility, not endurance, okay? So coming up to the front of your mat, feet are hip width apart. Arms can be down. You're standing evenly on your 2 feet. Feet, I think I said hip width apart, but I'm going to say it again just to be clear. All right, root down through your legs, lengthen up through your spine. Then bend your knees, Utkatasana, hips go back, arms can go up, otherwise palms in front of your chest. Push to stand, arms down, and again, bend your knees, Utkatasana. Push to stand, arms down, bend your knees, Utkatasana. Push to stand, arms down, bend your knees, Utkatasana. Last one, push to stand, bend your knees, Utkatasana, and then take your left leg, step it back into a low lunge. Okay, straighten your right leg. Okay, straighten your right leg. You can actually take your arms up, and then bend your right knee, cactus arms. Straighten your right leg, arms go up. Bend your right knee, cactus arms. Straighten your right leg, arms go up. Bend your right knee, cactus arms. Straighten your right leg, arms up. Bend your knee, cactus arms. This is the last one. Straighten your right leg, arms up. Bend your knee, cactus arms. Now, lift your back knee, straighten your right leg, left heel goes down, arms swing back. Bend your right knee, high lunge. Straighten your right leg, arms swing back. You shift as far forward as you can. Bend your right knee, high lunge. Straighten your right leg, arms swing back. Bend your right knee, high lunge. Straighten your right leg, arms swing back. Bend your right knee, high lunge. Last one, straighten your right leg, arms swing back. Bend your right knee, high lunge, and then turn it open, warrior 2. Straighten your right leg, reach your right arm back, stargazer, and then bend your right knee, warrior 2. Straighten your right leg, reach back, bend your knee, warrior 2. Straighten your leg, reach back, warrior 2. Straighten your leg, reach back, warrior 2. Last one, straighten your leg, reach back, and then warrior 2. And then straighten your right leg, triangle pose. Okay, from here, turn towards your right leg, low lunge, arm position of your choice. So if hands at your hips feels better, that's fine. And then again, straighten your right leg, triangle. Bend your knee, low lunge. Straighten your right leg, triangle. Bend your knee, low lunge. Straighten your right leg, triangle. Bend your knee, low lunge. Last time, straighten your right leg. Triangle pose. Bend your knee, low lunge, and then push to stand, arms down, Tadasana. And again, Utkatasana, arms up, push to stand, arms down. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, push to stand, arms down. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, push to stand, arms down. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, push to stand, arms down. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, left leg back, right knee down, straighten your left leg, arms go up. Bend your left knee, Anjaneyasana, low lunge, push your left leg straight, arms up. Bend your knee, low lunge, push your left leg straight, arms up. Bend your knee, low lunge, push your leg straight, arms up. Bend your knee, low lunge, push your leg straight, arms up. This is the last one. Bend your knee, low lunge, and then lift your back leg, straighten both, arms swing back. And then high lunge, bend your left knee, arms up. Straighten your left leg, arms swing back. Bend your knee, high lunge. Straighten your left leg, arms swing back. Bend your knee, high lunge. Straighten your left leg, arms swing back. Bend your knee, high lunge. Last one, straighten your left leg, arms swing back. Bend your knee, high lunge. And then straighten your left leg, right hand goes back, stargazer. And bend your left knee, warrior two. Straighten your left leg, stargazer. And then descend through your hips, warrior two. Straighten your left leg, stargazer, warrior two. Straighten your leg, stargazer, warrior two. Last one, straighten your leg, stargazer, warrior two, triangle pose. Straighten your left leg, left hand goes to the floor, to your shin, to your thigh, right arm goes up. And then bend your left knee. Ooh, Anjaneyasana, wobbly. So wobbly for me. And then triangle pose again. And then rebend, low lunge, right knee comes down, arm position of your choice. I'm going palms in front of my heart. And then triangle pose. Bend your left knee, Anjaneyasana, triangle pose. Bend your left knee, Anjaneyasana. This is the last one, triangle pose. Bend your knee, Anjaneyasana, and push all the way to stand, arms down. All right. So, here we go. Utkatasana, push to stand. Utkatasana, push to stand. Utkatasana, push to stand. Utkatasana, step left leg back, left knee down, straighten your right leg. Bend your knee, Anjaneyasana, push your right leg straight. Bend your knee, Anjaneyasana, right leg straight. Bend your knee, Anjaneyasana, right leg straight. This is the last one. Bend your knee, Anjaneyasana, and then lift your back knee, straighten both legs. Swing your arms back. Bend your right knee, high lunge, and straighten, fold. Bend your knee, high lunge, straighten, and fold. Bend your knee, high lunge, straighten, and fold. Last one, bend your knee, high lunge, okay? And then straighten your right leg, reach back. So now you're in stargazer. Warrior two, and then push your legs straight. Warrior two, push your legs straight. Warrior two, push your legs straight. This is the last one. Warrior two, triangle pose. Which feels like a tiny little break. And then low lunge, left knee goes down, and then push your legs straight again, triangle pose. Low lunge, left knee comes down, push your legs straight again, triangle pose. Left knee down, push your legs straight, triangle pose. This is the last one. Left knee down, low lunge, and then push to stand, arms down. Second side. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, arms up, push to stand. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, push to stand. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, push to stand. Last one, bend your knees, Utkatasana, right leg back, knee down, straighten your left leg. Bend your left knee, cactus, arms, and then push your left leg straight. Bend your left knee, cactus, push your leg straight. Bend your knee, cactus your arms, push your leg straight. This is the last one. Bend your knee to cactus and then lift your back knee, straighten both legs, arms swing back and fold. Okay, high lunge, reach up, and then straighten and fold. High lunge, reach up, and then straighten and fold. High lunge, reach up, straighten and fold. This is the last one. High lunge and up, and then stargazer. Straighten both legs, right hand goes back, left arm up. Warrior two, and then straighten, stargazer. Warrior two, and then straighten, woo, stargazer. Warrior two, descend your hips, straighten into stargazer. This is the last one. Warrior two, triangle pose. Whew. Okay, Anjaneyasana, right knee goes down, push to straighten. Anjaneyasana, right knee goes down, push to straighten. Anjaneyasana, right knee goes down, push to straighten. Anjaneyasana, right knee goes down, push to stand. Whew, okay. Here we go. Arms are down. Utkatasana, push to straighten. Utkatasana, push to straighten. Utkatasana, left leg back, straighten your right leg. Bend your knee. Okay, low lunge, push to straighten. Bend your knee, low lunge, push to straighten. Bend your knee, low lunge, lift your back knee, straighten both legs, and fold. Bend your right knee, high lunge, shift back to straighten. Parsvottanasana, hinge. Bend your knee, high lunge, push to straighten. This is the last one. Bend your knee, high lunge, and then stargazer. Straighten your right leg, left hand reaches back. Warrior two. Straighten your right leg, stargazer. Warrior two. Straighten your right leg, stargazer. Warrior two, triangle pose. Low lunge, tap your left knee down, push to straighten. Low lunge, tap your left knee down, push to straighten. Low lunge, tap your knee down, lift through your chest, push to stand. Tadasana. Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, push to straighten. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, push to straighten. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, right leg back, knee down, straighten, arms up. Bend your left knee, cactus, push to straighten. Bend your knee, low lunge, cactus arms, push to straighten. Last one, bend your knees. And then lift your back knee, straighten, swing your arms back, hinge. Okay? Bend your knee, high lunge, straighten, hips back, arms back. Bend your knee, high lunge, straighten your leg, arms back. Last one, bend your knee, high lunge, and then straighten your left leg, stargazer. Bend your knee, warrior two, I almost forgot the name. Straighten your left leg, stargazer, warrior two. Straighten your left leg, stargazer, warrior two, and then triangle pose. Left leg is straight, hand wherever it needs to be. And then bend your left knee, right knee taps down, triangle again. Bend your knee, right knee taps down, triangle again. Last one, bend your knee, tap your right knee down, lift through your chest, push to stand. 2 more rounds. Here we go. Utkatasana, hips back, arms up, push to straighten. Utkatasana, hips back, left leg back, knee down, straighten your right leg. Bend your knee, cactus arms, push to straighten. Bend your knee, cactus arms, lift, straighten, swing your arms back, Parsvottanasana. Bend your knee, high lunge, push to straighten, swing your arms back. Bend your knee, high lunge, stargazer, both legs straight, right arm up. Warrior 2, and then straighten. Warrior 2, triangle pose. Aha. Bend your right knee, tap left knee down, and then back to triangle. Bend your knee, tap left knee down, push to stand. Second side. Utkatasana, hips down and back, push to stand. Utkatasana, hips down and back, right leg back, knee down, straighten your left leg. Bend your left knee, cactus arms, push to straighten. Bend your knee, cactus arms, and then lift your back knee. Parsvottanasana, swing your arms back. Yeah. Bend your knee, high lunge, and then straighten your left leg, swing your arms back. Bend your knee, high lunge, stargazer, straighten both legs, left arm up. Warrior 2, and straighten stargazer. Warrior 2, triangle pose. Whew. Bend your left knee, tap right knee down, back to triangle. Bend your knee, tap your right knee down, lift your chest, push to stand. One more time and 1 rep. Whew. Utkatasana. Left leg back, knee down, straighten your right leg. Bend your right knee, Anjaneyasana, lift your chest. Push to lift your back knee, straighten your right leg, swing your arms back. Bend your right knee, high lunge, straighten both legs, stargazer, reach your right arm up. Warrior 2, triangle pose. Low lunge, tap your left knee down, lift your chest, and then push to stand. Utkatasana one last time, sit, right leg back, knee down, arms up, straighten your left leg. Bend your left knee, cactus arms, lift your back knee, straighten your legs, swing your arms back. Bend your knee, high lunge, stargazer, right hand to right leg, left arm alongside your ear. Warrior 2, bend your left knee, triangle pose, straighten. Bend your left knee, tap your right knee down, lift your chest, and then push to stand. Shake everything out. So that was and we made it. You made it, buddy. Good job. It's your first, it's a big deal. Such a big deal. You let grandma do her yoga practice. Thanks so much for going with me on that movement adventure. So what you just did, you might be breathing a little bit hard. You might feel your heart pounding a little bit more than it usually does in a yoga practice. Your hips might feel all gooey and wonderful, and you might feel very energized, or you might feel exhausted. I mean, any of those things, any combination of those things can be true. But the whole purpose of that practice is really to create hip mobility. I taught that class live in my online studio, Move with Naomi, and we are working on Anjaneyasana, that low lunge that you see not once, but 2 times in the flow. And the whole idea is to create a little bit more hinge movement. So you're moving in this countdown practice from one pose to another multiple times, right? Starting 5 times, then 4, then 3, then 2, and then 1. The idea being that once you get into a good rhythm with it, you can not only move a little bit more quickly, and you can feel your heart rate pick up, and you feel a lot more dynamic energy in your body, but you also create some really fantastic mobility for your hips in terms of trying to get your hips more forward in that low lunge in Anjaneyasana, which we did in the full class, not what you did today. Today you just did that whole countdown practice to, do a little bit of cardio and get moving, but hopefully what you felt is more dynamic movement in your hips. And if you want to try out Anjaneyasana on your own now, really sending your hips forward and lifting up through your chest. If you don't know what I mean, then check out the most recent yoga mini that I did, which is all about Anjaneyasana, a low lunge, and it shows you how to take your hips forward. But if you feel like you don't have that kind of mobility, what's great about this particular practice is that because you do so much repetition and so much movement from one pose to another, all of which are focusing on that hinge action and the movement of your hips, you should feel a lot more prepared for Anjaneyasana when you get to it. Now, all of that said, if you like the idea of doing that whole class that we just did, but with warm-ups and the opportunity to try Anjaneyasana and a cool down, then you should join me in Move, my online studio, where I taught this class live, of course, but also where I do lots of other creative and fun and dynamic movement practices just like this one. If this is your kind of movement, you will love Move. And if you check out the caption below, you will find a coupon code giving you a little bit of a discount to try Move for 2 months for 50% off, which basically means you get a month for free, which I think is kind of awesome, actually. So if you want to try out Move, do check out that description and the coupon code, and let's get moving together off of YouTube. In my online studio. But if you would prefer to just hang out here, I am super glad that you're here. Thank you for getting moving with me. Thanks for trying this and going on that big countdown flow adventure. And I look forward to seeing you back in the mat again soon. Until then.